Most of us don't know the history of the United States of America. I will give a brief history on my channel at Like Shahzad Khan. Kindly like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more interesting videos. America is a rich and complex narrative that spans thousands of years, beginning with the indigenous peoples who first inhabited the continent long before European colonization. Before European contact, various Native American tribes and civilizations, such as the Mississippian culture, ancestral Puebloans, and the Iroquois Confederacy, developed across North America. These societies had rich cultures, languages, and trade networks. And in 1492, Columbus, sailing under the Spanish flag, arrived in the Caribbean, marking the beginning of European exploration in the Americas. Over the next few centuries, Spain, France, Britain, and the Netherlands established colonies in what would become the United States. The British colonies along the East Coast became the most successful, with Jamestown in 1607 and Plymouth in 1620 as some of the earliest permanent settlements. The 13 British colonies developed distinct economies and societies, often based on agriculture, trade, and religious freedom. Tensions between Britain and the colonies grew due to taxation without representation and other political issues. The colonies declared independence from Britain in 1776, leading to the American Revolutionary War from 1775 to 1783. The war ended with the Treaty of Paris in 1783, recognizing the United States as an independent nation. Early Republic and expansion from 1783 to 1860. The U.S. Constitution was adopted in 1787, creating a federal system of government. George Washington became the first president in 1789. Throughout the 19th century, the U.S. expanded westward through treaties, purchases like the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, and conflicts, including the Mexican-American War from 1846 to 1848, which led to the acquisition of vast territories in the West. This period also saw the forced relocation of Native American tribes, most notably through the Trail of Tears in the 1830s. Civil War and Reconstruction, 1861 to 1877. The Civil War, from 1861 to 1865, was fought between the northern states, known as the Union, and the southern states, known as the Confederacy, primarily over issues of slavery and states' rights. The Union's victory led to the abolition of slavery with the 13th Amendment and the preservation of the United States. After the war, the Reconstruction era attempted to rebuild the South and integrate formerly enslaved people into society, though it faced significant resistance and ultimately led to the rise of segregationist policies. Industrialization and global power, 1877 to 1945. The Gilded Age and Progressive Era saw rapid industrialization, urbanization, and immigration in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. This era also witnessed the rise of labor movements, women's suffrage, and reforms to address social inequalities. The United States emerged as a global power after participating in World War I from 1917 to 1918, and played a crucial role in World War II from 1941 to 1945, which ended with the defeat of the Axis powers and the beginning of the U.S. and Soviet Union's Cold War rivalry. A modern era, 1945 to present. The U.S. engaged in a decades-long ideological, political, and military rivalry with the Soviet Union, marked by events like the Korean War, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the Vietnam War. The 1950s and 60s were a period of significant social change, with the civil rights movement challenging segregation and discrimination against African Americans, leading to landmark legislation like the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The latter half of the 20th century saw significant economic growth, technological advancements, and cultural shifts. The U.S. became a leader in the global economy and a major player in international affairs. In the 21st century, the U.S. continues to face challenges and opportunities, including issues related to globalization, technology, social justice, and its role in global politics. The country remains one of the world's leading economic and military powers. This overview captures the broad strokes of American history, but each era is filled with complexities, events, and figures that have shaped the nation's development.